huge thing for me, man. It was, you know, I thought, I made it. Who shaped my style and rap? Probably, man, it was so many. It was just a collage, but I would probably say the top three was maybe MC Shan, Tito Rock, and probably Run DMC. But it was a host of others too. It was like Ecstasy from Houdini. I like his cadence. You know, he sang when he rapped. You know, so that was real cool. You know, I kind of like that style. Slick Rick, of course. I don't know how I left him out, but yeah, he was one of the more influential artists that kind of helped me with my craft or whatever, what have you. But yeah, I still rock the Kangos to this day because of Slick Rick. But yeah, shout out to Slick Rick, UTFO, MC Shan, you know, everybody, man. But the Dude album and working on Just Trying to Live album was pretty much one and the same. It was just, it was a little time, in between the two albums. But the people I worked with, like Rob Quist from the Art Squad, Robin Jug, and all my main people, DJ Damo, Face, everybody, the whole unit was actually still around. So the sound was pretty much the same, you know, nothing really changed as far as like phonically or anything, but it was really, really a difference in moving to a different studio, like in Burbank versus in Houston. Oh, that was a blessing. That was a blessing, man. It was just, you know, that was pretty much like, you know, doing favors. They just appreciated the stuff, man. I was just really humbled by that, man. It was just really, really cool for them to just kind of reach out and help me out with the project. You know, like exhibited Nas too, as far as artists. Yeah, but just working with Dre and Premier was really a huge thing for me, man. It was, you know, I thought, I made it. But, you know, just being around those cats, man, it was a nice experience, you know, let me know how the work ethic should be, you know, done, you know, inside of the studio. I mean, working with Raphael Saadiq, man, was a blast, man. You know, he reached out for me for the Baby Boy soundtrack, a song called Just a Man. So when he reached out to me, I was like, wow, so shocked and surprised and so enthused about working with him, but I was like, okay, what kind of song we're gonna do? I don't know if he smoked, I don't know what you know what I'm saying, he don't really talk about what I be talking about, you know, and then, but I was just excited about working with him, man. And when I went inside the studio, I think it was just him and Jake and the Fat Man was in there working on some stuff. And I was just met at the door with a cloud of just whoosh, that good Oakland too. I was like, what the? And I couldn't say anything, but smells good, yeah, smells good. You know, just tripping out. And he was like, yo, what's up, Dev? You know what I'm saying? He was real cool, man. And we got high and we was working on the track for about an hour or two, and we finally came up with an idea. We went in there and to the booth to record it. And we started recording, and the hook sounded exactly like another hook from a popular song from a year back or so. And we were just so high and tripping out laughing, like, man, don't that sound like, man, what are we in here doing? We high, well, okay, we had to go back to the drawing board. We went back to the drawing board because the melody sounded like that, so for some strange reason. But you're like, no, that sounds too close to that. So we rearranged everything and got another beat and just came out with Just a Man, you know, it was real cool. It was on the Baby Boy soundtrack. And my album was released you know, later on, maybe a year maybe or so, but the song was so cool, man. You know, the people at Rap a Lot, you know, like, man, why don't you try to see if we can get that song for your album, Just a Man song. So I think Lil J or somebody from the Rap a Lot office reached out to Raphael and said it was cool to use it for the album, man. So that was, it was perfect. I appreciate it. Much love, Raphael Saadiq, Ray, much love, baby. How did I come up with the intro? ZELDAR?
Yeah.
Wow. Actually, that was a song called Killer. I went to go do the hook. DJ Damo was, he produced the track and he was about to record me. When I got into the booth, I was gonna just do the hook first. And it's just a simple Killer. I was gonna sing it, talking about weed. But when I went to do it, and I spoke into the mic, it was like really weird like that. You know, like what? And I just started doing the ZELDAR. Back in the day when we got high, we were like, man, I'm ZELDAR. Just a term to say, I'm really high, like an alien or something, like your boy. So, and he was trying to get the levels right and to make it sound normal, but something was going on. So until he got that together, I just started freestyling about being this alien from outer space coming down to get weed and everything. And I did a freestyle for about maybe 5 minutes, but only like three minutes. He was recorded because he kind of recorded a little late. But after he just said, he just keep going. He was acting like he was trying to fix something. Just keep talking, keep rapping. and when I was finished, he stopped and he's like, all right, it's done, that's it. He's like, what you mean? I haven't done the hook yet. And everybody in the booth, on the outside was just kind of laughing and tripping. I was like, what's going on, man? What's up? Everybody was saying, come on in. So I went inside and we played it over, and everybody just started laughing. He said, man, Devin, that's it. That's the song. I'm like, oh man, I wanted to get another song out, but if everybody like it, I love it. Doobie Ass Trey. It's pretty much based on a true story. We was in the studio at my house, and we was running out of weed, but I had a lot of doobies in my little tray, and we needed some more beer. I needed to make a beer run, so I walked to the store, which was really close around. It only took me like 10 minutes to get back, 10, 15 tops. And when I got back, I realized that all the doobies that I had, man, everybody was just smoking up until they all disappeared and it was gone. I was like, whoa, that was my fallback right there. I was like, man, nobody wouldn't say who did it, but eventually they told me, one of my cousins was like, man, that's Devin, he got all the weed, man. Don't smoke this shit, smoke everything, man, he got a lot of weed. I was like, man, that's not, no, I don't have a lot of weed. You know what I'm saying? And I just kind of compared it to like, when you hold something near or dear to you and it means something to you, you know what I'm saying? And everybody else maybe take advantage of it. And so I kind of incorporate that and made like a song out of it. I was in the studio working on my album, I believe. Face was in the A room. I was in the B room. He was working on this song, and he just came to the B room and said, yeah, man, come help me out. I need your voice on something. I ran in there, and he had the song playing. I was like, oh, that's jam. He said, man, I want you to do this hook for me. I said, well, what you want me to come up with something? He said, well, just say these words right here. And say the words. He gave me the words to say, not really the melody or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I went in there, tried it again. About 2 or 3 takes, it ended up pretty cool. And that third take was solid, so I just started building around that. And it ended up real cool, man. It ended up real cool. And after I finished and he was satisfied with it, he said, yeah, man, that's just what I'm talking about. I went inside the studio to listen to it in the house now. Now you can listen to it in the house after you finish recording. And it was like, okay, yeah, it sounded cool. So he was still writing to it. So they kept the music playing as he was writing. And I didn't have nothing to do. I was finishing in the B room. So I just started kind of just writing while he was writing. And he asked me, do I have something to it? I was like, yeah. And he gave me a chance to put a verse on there. Although the verse didn't make it on the radio, it did on the album. That was the boost I really needed too. Face, he really know in the position to put you in and make you kind of thrive, man. And he was real cool at that. He did a lot of production coordination for for that project and others too. He's real helpful in the studio.